From the moment you wake up in the morning, you look at yourself in the mirror naked and you're saying, yes, I love everything that I see, everything that I am, everything that I speak. I am a goddess. I am a walking goddess. I am the personification of goddess energy. If not, I must tell you something. Good morning. About becoming irresistible and attracting a man of influence. So this video is about a digital course that I had a few years ago, which helped women groom themselves spiritually, energetically, and also mentally, so they become the object of desire of high quality men that I call men of influence. A man of influence is always going to be masculine, ambitious, protective, highly confused by femininity, but highly respectful of the feminine persona. Men are naturally, anatomically, and mentally, psychologically, their software, so to speak, and their hardware is made different from ours. That is why when you start mixing energies, when a woman starts to become highly masculine, they tend to be highly defensive, and as a reaction morph into women who hustle, chase, fight, justifying why they're right and men are wrong or other women are wrong. Those are the women who feel that they're always in competition. They will tell you that other women are very jealous of them, or women were mean to them. They are in survival mode. So as a reaction, they start morphing and taking on the energy of the other. Same for men. Men who are going to be highly feminine, strictly speaking about energy and spirituality. So men who are going to borrow on high femininity. So men who are going to be highly emotional, highly in their victimization, or who are going to express narcissism, because narcissism is divine when expressed in the feminine energy, but men are not meant to be narcissistic. That is why there is the story, the legend of Narcissus, who drowned upon looking at his own reflection because he was a man. A man finds purpose when he goes out to the world, meets, seeks solutions, hunts. You cannot follow a one-size-fits-all type of manifestation scheme that is basically telling you that because you have a mind, you can use your imagination and things manifest. How many years have you been manifesting? I am the representative, I am the human personification of goddess spirituality, of goddess magic. This is a chit chat video. I get asked this question a lot. I've received so many comments about a course I used to have, which I called Become Irresistible, How to Attract a Man of Influence, which I discontinued.
You want to become irresistible to wealthy men using energy shifting potions. You come to someone like me because you understand that as a woman, you have to embody your hyper femininity. I use the word hyper femininity because the word sacred femininity has become so corrupted by scarcity-minded women who are still stuck in their masculine energy, which is actually a real masculine low vibration entities. They're bound to by a scarcity curse, a men repellent curse, a promiscuity curse in order to remove what is the most precious item that they have as a woman, which is their womb and their sexual energy.
If you're part of the course, you know how it happened. We sent all of you an email to say in a certain amount of time we will close the course, so you have to finish it. We gave you ample time to finish the course. I had explained already in a couple of videos why I did that, and everyone understood. Some people were grumpy about it, some people understood completely because they had taken full advantage of the course. The bottom line is, and I'm going to refer to this video from now on whenever I get a comment or an email, I work with very capricious spirits. My main goddess is very capricious. That's why you see me like this. That's why I wrote a book called Addicted to Pleasure, the goddess formula to manifest our most capricious desires. When you work with specific divinities, you have to follow their instructions. And this will help you if you are on a journey of doing a specific initiation. If you practice Celtic magic, you will find out that each divinity has his or her own specificities. When I created the course, I had said in multiple videos, you have to treat this course as you want to treat the transformation you want to have in your life, which is with urgency. Let me interrupt this video just for a few moments to remind you to head over to my website and grab yourself at least one full moon ritual box so that you can do a full moon ritual. This is especially important if you have been feeling stuck in one or more areas of your life, especially romance, love, commitment, but also in your projects, career, lifestyle. When you know you've been hitting a plateau and the energy is muddy, you need to perform at least one full moon ritual. But really, for the price of a good pair of heels, you have no excuse. If you've watched my previous videos, I have explained that any woman who doesn't perform magic is missing out on big opportunities, because mindset alone will not change your life. It works for maybe 0.001% of the female population of the world. Most likely it's not you. So stop neglecting yourself and start practicing real magic, doing real full moon rituals every full moon. Now you can get back to the video. After about 7 or 8 months, my goddess and all of the entities that work with me to create this course started to really express discontent about the fact that they considered the women who bought my course to be procrastinating and highly cursed. I am not your mindset coach. And I say to my client at least 4 or 5 times a week, I am not your law of attraction coach. You have so many people who do that because they've watched a certain number of videos. Now they come to you as specialists, or some of them had a certificate in Reiki level 1, 2, whatever. Let me show you. These are the things I don't even show because they're so irrelevant to me. And I know that in the beginning of my journey, I was told by many mainstream spirituals that I had to go that route. This is me showing you my Reiki. I did the 3 levels of Reiki. This is me showing you my certification as a master of energy healing from the Shambhala School of Esoteric Sciences. This is me having a certificate as a realm reader. Just by looking at you, I can tell you which starseed you are, what your life purpose is, and also which curses you carry, if you have demons, egos, angels, other entities attached to you, good and bad. This here is nothing as long as you don't communicate with your spirits. I do. The conclusion about the discontent was basically that they told me that the course was too cheap. Too many women had access to it, but they were not worthy of it. They didn't sacrifice enough and they didn't put enough time. When I get messages telling me that, oh, I really missed this course because I wanted to go over this and this. I like to practice the daily, etc., etc. When you have done consistently from Monday to Sunday, every day, without exception, because you matter most, because you are your own project, because you are obsessed with changing your life, because right now the way you're living is not enough for you. You know that you're destined for more. You cannot tell me you still need to have to go back to a 1 page in my course where I told you which prayer to say before eating, what to say when you drink a glass of water, what activity you need to do when such and such chakra is deficient. I went to Bible school. I memorized probably about 30 prayers on my prayer book. I was 11 years old. I then went on in my later years to practice Islam because my stepfather is Muslim and he's actually an El-Hajj. He's gone to Mecca at least 20 times in his life. I studied and practiced Sufism. I studied and practiced Calvinism. I went to a Jesuit university and I learned how Jesuits practiced Christianity. I studied Confucianism, Taoism, different branches of Hinduism. Whatever I was given as a document, I studied. I read it and memorized it and practiced it until it became second nature to me. So the goddesses I downloaded the information from Lakshmi, Sarasvati, Lalita Tripura Sundari, Aphrodite, Oshun, Ishtar, Erzulifreda. They just told me this protocol is not working if they're not taking it seriously. Because this is a gift that was given to you. I have clients who have taken all of my courses and they've shown me their notebooks. They have a notebook for the vision board manifestation webinar, for the womb webinar that I did. This course, Become Irresistible, How to Attract a Man of Influence, it is still available. I have given it on a case-by-case basis to clients who have booked me for a private session. I am a potion maker. I make potions and potion-related products. All of my products revolve around being a hyper feminine, so a soft feminine energy woman who practices spiritual rituals, goddess spirituality rituals in order to make her life not just easier, but also a life of purpose where your soul is nourished. Anything else? If you have curses, you book me for a private session. I will connect with the indigenous people I work with in the forest, the region where the pygmies live. Autochthonous indigenous people of our continent, the most powerful healers in the world. Their incarnation here is not about caring about the 3D. They're such high-level spiritual beings that they just came here for a mission, to serve, to heal, to teach magic. So I will call upon them to provide me with the elements that we need in order to do the curse removal for you. If you're interested in attracting a man of influence, you book me for a private session. We will discuss it. If the problem is purely spiritual, curses, karma, and all of that, I will tell you. If you need my course, Become Irresistible, How to Attract a Man of Influence, I will then give you the links to the course. I live in the French Riviera and I met one of the love matchmakers here in the area, and she meets her clients either at a hotel in Monte Carlo in Monaco or in the city called Cannes. Cannes is where they have a famous event called the Cannes Film Festival. Pretty much all international celebrities of all areas of entertainment and luxury come together for like a couple of weeks. So I live in a very prestigious area. She takes clients who know that they're going to have the opportunity to meet and access a certain caliber of men. The matchmaker doesn't guarantee that the men she's going to introduce you to are going to like you. However, her fees start at 20,000 euros just for the privilege to have access to her database so that she can pull 3 men out of her matchmaker hat and set you up for 3 dates. Consider that my services, when it comes to my course, Become Irresistible, How to Attract a Man of Influence, is the spiritual version of it. This course is grooming you to be a woman that only men of influence are attracted and want to commit to. This is me again, and this is a message specifically for my rich and affluent women to remind you to grab yourself a potion. I mean, it's okay to have a closet full of Giambattista Vallis, Giorgio Becas, and Dolce & Gabbanas, and Elisabes, and all of your de Meuliers and Hermes Birkins. The real opulence is to embody your real hyper sacred femininity. You need to get on the potion game. You need to get magical. Potion enhance your sexual energy, make you highly magnetic. You're going to orgasm better. You're going to be at peace. You're going to be happily content and fulfilled on the inside, especially when you are in a social setting that you can't escape but you still need to experience this inner freedom. So potions are the only way to do it, to elevate your frequency and be in this euphoric state of beautiful, soft and surrender energy. It's on my website. The link is always on the video or in the description box or in the comment section, I believe. And don't worry, I'll hold your hand through the process. The moment you pay the 50% deposit, I'll get in contact with you so we can talk and I can understand you better and I can make the best potion for you. Enjoy the rest of the video. But you need to get the story of victimhood out of your system so you can finally prosper in the areas that are currently making you miserable. I mean, if you're anything like me, once you've studied, memorized, applied over and over and over again, it's like my beautiful daikinis who bought my daily routine called Morning to Manifest. It has 5 lectures and guided meditations on the chakras. 5. You go through them for at least a couple of weeks, each of them, until you graduate to doing and practicing the daily routine, which is 30 minutes. It means that you are only asked to devote 1 hour per day for 3 months. Practice 30 minutes of a routine which is helping you heal, which is helping you calm your nervous system. Observe what used to trigger you, what made you feel unworthy, unloved, not beautiful, whatever, and creating that momentum every day, every day, every day, until you start seeing shifts in your life. And this is for women who don't even have my potions yet. You mean to tell me that if I said today, I'm closing Morning to Manifest, that the women who have had Morning to Manifest for 1 year would come and tell me that they need Morning to Manifest again? Once you know how to do the 30-minute routine that I'm teaching you in Morning to Manifest, why do you need to go back to it? You're supposed to be autonomous. A course is not another excuse for you to remain a victim. When you come to me, know that I am the brand ambassador. That's what my name is, Akero Gale. The person, the representative who brings light to a sovereign truth. I am the representative. I am the human personification of goddess spirituality, of goddess magic. When I speak, it is all of my entities that speak through me. So when they tell me, close the course, I close the course. I'm not about to curse myself. I'm not about to go against certain vows and pacts I have made with the divine world. Just because a few women paid me a few $100s on something that was worth at least 100 times that. Daikini, did you like, comment? Are you subscribed to my channel? Are you sharing my content? You know that women need to know this stuff. And I'm taking time out of my precious life to create content that is meant to create breakthroughs. I'm very grateful because a lot of you over the years have become my customers and my clients, and I love you so much. And you know I'm devoted to bringing you only the best, 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 best. For the rest of you who are just watching this as entertainment, the least you can do is pay it forward. You receive a blessing, share it to the world. So anyways, that was my little rant. I hope you enjoyed the video. See you in my next one. Okay?